Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to the Wizarding Wireless Network. I'm Maximus Laudry, on loan from the WWN's North American affiliate to bring you this WWN sports presentation of Iron League Quidditch featuring the Rathlin Island Wraiths versus the Firereds from Ipswitch. It's a beautiful winter's day here on chilly Rathlin Island as the fans take their seats bundled up in their warmest winter robes, ready to cheer on the hometown Wraiths in a critical match that will determine league position as we approach the end of this season of Quidditch. The Wraiths, boasting a respectable 22-17 record, come into this game with high hopes of bolstering their position in the league as they currently are in the upper half of league standing. The Firereds, on the other hand, are fighting to avoid demotion back down to the Oak League with a record of 10-23, only a few wins separated from the Plymouth Pine Martins, who, if play were to end today, would be the first team sent down to the lower league. The game will be played over the home pitch of the Wraiths, known as the Snake Pit for contract reasons, but referred to locally as the Haunt, a reference both to the Wraiths' name and their mascot, the Koikaran, or the ghost horse of Rathlin Island. As the teams come out from the locker rooms, let me take this time to remind you that these player introductions in this broadcast are brought to you by Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Beans. Every Flavor Beans, a danger with every mouthful. And here come the Firereds. First are the Chasers, McCulloch, Kelly, and Mitchell, followed by the Beaters, Hurst and Lynch. The Firereds hoops will be protected by Stuart Dacey, while the Snitch will be sought by Brenda Gilmore. It's not surprising that this has been a disappointing season so far for the Firereds, though many local observers point to the talents of Gilmore and McCulloch as signs of a bright future in store for the side. And here come the Wraiths. Resplendent in their green and black robes, the Wraiths are led out over the pitch by Captain Claude Moran, playing at beater. Opposite Moran at beater is Keaton Bowen. Following the beaters are the team's chasers, Jameson, Curie, and Moore. The Wraiths hoops are guarded by relative newcomer Allison Pickering, and seeking the snitch will be local sensation Victoria Campbell. It's been a roller coaster season for the Wraiths, full of successful stretches followed by occasionally bitter disappointment, but several Quidditch correspondents have noted that this young team, so beloved by their fans, should only be going up in the seasons to come. Carter McMasters from Hogsmeade will be today's official, and is generally known for his easygoing nature. It is safe to assume that, barring any actual non-bludger violence, we won't be hearing much from Carter today. And now, as the players position themselves for the opening toss-up, let's take a break to remind you that any information you Wraith fans might want on young and attractive members of the side can find most of it in Witches Weekly, the official over 30 female demographic weekly rag of the Rathlin Island Wraiths. Official McMasters has the quaffle in his hands. The bludgers are out and seem to be in a nasty mood for today's cold. The snitch is already gone, and the quaffle is up. The game begins! Wraith Chaser Curie is the first to the quaffle and leads the team down the pitch towards the Firereds' hoops. One of the bludgers is heading towards him. Oh, beater Bowen managed to intercept the bludger, but took the hit himself instead. That one looked like it hurt. Curie passes the bludger ahead to teammate Jameson, narrowly evading a trap set by the Firereds' chasers. Ipswitch stalwart Lynch lines up a bludger attack to disrupt the offensive. No, he has bludgered Moran instead, and the captain, anticipating an attack against his chasers, was caught completely unprepared. That's both of the Wraith beaters down early, so their chasers will have to be on their own for a while. Jameson heaves a pass to Moore, who is streaking down the left side, outpacing Firered pursuit. Hurst comes around with another bludger attack. Moore evades, and tosses the quaffle back to Curie, who is flying up towards the center hoop. Curie shoots. Dacey leaps for the save. To no avail! Curie scores! That makes it 10-0, Rathlin Island. Well, that was certainly a quick start for the race, despite early bludger and beater trouble. Ipswich took a chance, focusing on taking out the opposing beaters early when an offensive was on. We'll have to see if they continue with that aggressive strategy as the game continues. McCulloch starts with the quaffle as the Firereds go to even the score. She tosses the quaffle to Kelly, who drops the pass. Luckily, the Wraiths were still falling back to play defense and were not in a position to take advantage of the flub. Kelly advances the quaffle once she's recovered it, along the right-hand border before tossing it to Mitchell, who is flying in the center, with Baldwin Curie right in his straw. Curie goes to strip the ball, but Mitchell tosses the quaffle back to McCulloch and... oh my, the bludgers are wreaking absolute havoc out there. Moran and Bowen are still both down, and Firered's beater Hurst has joined them after a botched attempt to scatter the Wraith defenders. Meanwhile, McCulloch passes the quaffle back to Mitchell, who sees Kelly with an open look at the right hoop. She tosses it ahead and what a grab! Moore swoops in and intercepts the pass, breaking up a very promising look by the Firereds' chasers. Meanwhile, Moran is now back up and takes advantage of the confusion to knock McCulloch out with a bludger attack. With the best of the Ipswich chasers out of commission, the Wraiths look to press their advantage as Moore passes forward to... oh, Curie drops the pass. A rare flub by the Wraiths' premier chaser, but Jameson is on hand to recover the quaffle. Normally she would be covered by McCulloch and is looking to take advantage of the opportunity and shoots... brilliant save on the center hoop by Dacey, who passes the ball back to Kelly, who, Moran was ready for that one, and his bludger arrived at about the same time the quaffle did. Kelly drops it, and it is recovered by Jameson, who passes... It's off target. Mitchell has the quaffle and presses with it, desperate to get the ball away from her hoops. Mitchell is back up and manages to avoid a similar bludger attack as the one that dropped Kelly, launched by Bowen. It may have rattled her, though, as her pass to McCulloch is easily gathered in by Jameson, and at the moment the Firereds are struggling just to keep the quaffle away from these opportunistic Wraiths. Jameson passes ahead to Moore, who looks like he wants to shoot. The left hoop currently undefended by Dacey, but he's awfully far out. Yes, the shot misses, and it's recovered by Dacey, who hands off the quaffle to McCulloch, yelling for them to get the quaffle away from his hoops. McCulloch dodges a bludger attack from Bowen and looks to advance another interception by Ethel Jameson, who is simply having her way with the Ipswich Chasers today. She has a shot on the right hoop, and another brilliant save by Dacey, who is certainly getting a workout today, and passes a quaffle without a word to Kelly, though he looks quite annoyed over there. Kelly ducks a bludger from Bowen, who, despite the misses, is wreaking havoc with the Firereds' passing lanes, and passes ahead to Mitchell, who manages to advance the quaffle to midfield at the aggressive race, struggling to get back on defense. Mitchell passes to McCulloch, who's streaking down the center of the pitch. More fighting to catch up. Ow! Another bludger by Moran, this one striking home and knocking McCulloch to the ground, and Moore manages to collect the dropped quaffle. Moore pulls a tight turn and tosses the quaffle ahead to Curie, who is streaking back towards the Firereds' hoops. He's looking to pass it forward to Jameson, but is cut off by Kelly, who is flying like a bat out of hell. McCulloch is down and Mitchell is covered, but Kelly isn't even looking for them, pressing forward instead on her own towards the hoops. Bludgers have been launched, but won't get there in time, and it's one-on-one between Kelly and Pickering, who hasn't had much to do so far at the Wraiths' hoops. Kelly's going right. No! She goes left instead, fooling Pickering and getting an easy shot on the hoops. 10 points to Ipswich. At this point, the Firereds have got to be feeling relieved to have tied the game, given the absolutely masterful play of the Wraith Chasers so far. Hopefully, the Firereds can pick up the pace and continue to take advantage of the aggressive play of their opponents when these opportunities arrive. We now take a moment to go to a word from our sponsors. We will be back at the haunt at Rathlin Island very soon.